You think Moe's Tavern is just a dingy bar where Homer chugs Duff? Think again. What if I told you it's actually the most fascinating, unsung social experiment in Springfield, quietly shaping the lives of everyone in town? Get ready to see Moe's in a way you've never imagined. There's a reason Moe's Tavern feels like the loud, beer-filled heart of Springfield. It's not just a bar, it's a place where people go when life just doesn't work out. A kind of free therapy room, and a social experiment that's been running since 1989. Every small town has a spot like Moe's, a place that gathers those who've lost their drive. But in Springfield, it's more than a hangout. It's a study in human nature. Watch long enough and you'll notice patterns. Let's start with the man behind the bar, Moe Szyslak. He's the kind of man who could run a nice place if only he didn't hate himself and everyone else. His face looks rough, his attitude rougher, and his hygiene, well, let's just say it's seen better days. Still, there's something interesting about him. He's miserable, but he keeps the doors open. He's bitter, but he knows every customer's name. He's not friendly, yet people keep coming back. It's like Springfield needs Moe as much as Moe needs Springfield. Desperately. And then there are the regulars, a group of people who could make any therapist quit. There's Homer Simpson, Moe's best customer, who spends more time at the bar than at home, which says a lot about his home life. Then there's Barney Gumble, whose liver should probably be in a museum. Lenny and Carl sit side by side, drinking beer and talking about work, but never fixing their own lives. Together, they're a small family built on boredom, beer, and the quiet understanding that nothing ever really changes. The magic of Moe's is that it never tries to be something it's not. It's not fancy, and it's not friendly. It's not like Cheers, where everyone knows your name. At Moe's, Moe can barely remember his own name, but it's familiar, and that's what makes it special. The same greetings, the same jokes, it's all routine, but comforting. In a crazy town full of nuclear plants, clown shows, and wild kids, Moe's Tavern is the one place that stays the same. But stability doesn't mean peace. Moe has seen his fair share of chaos. Remember when Homer invented the Flaming Moe? That drink made Moe famous for a while, until greed and betrayal ruined it all. It's the perfect Springfield story. Success turning into disaster before the first commercial break. The Flaming Moe wasn't just a drink, it was a lesson. In Moe's world, every good thing comes with a fall. And then there are Bart's prank calls. Is there a Seymour Butts here? Can I speak to a huge ass? Moe falls for them every single time. It's a running joke, a one-man comedy act that never gets old, but think about it. It's also a strange kind of bond. Bart keeps calling because Moe keeps answering. It's two lonely people connecting through teasing. Springfield's version of social media. Even when Moe tries to change, the bar pulls him back. When he turned it into a family restaurant called Moe's Family Feedback, it didn't last long. It was too bright, too clean, and too hopeful. Or when he tried to be Uncle Moe, all smiles and kindness, it failed because Moe is meant to pour beer, not happiness. Moe's Tavern doesn't change easily. It resists it, like Homer resists eating salads. Still, beneath all the dirt and gloom, Moe's Tavern is strangely human. It's a place where failure feels normal. When Homer loses his job, he goes there. When Lenny and Carl feel forgotten, they go there. When Moe feels invisible, he hides behind the counter. The bar doesn't judge. It just listens. It soaks up pain the same way its floor soaks up spilled beer. Maybe that's why it's so important. Moe's Tavern reflects Springfield itself, flawed, messy, and filled with people who keep trying even when nothing makes sense. The town doesn't change, and neither does the bar. Every episode might reset, but the feelings stay. Moe's is the reset button that never fully resets. You leave, but you always come back. Moe's relationship with his customers is strange but real. He's rude, but he listens. His advice is usually bad, but it's honest. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. He tells the truth, even when it hurts. Maybe that's why Homer keeps returning. It's not just the beer, it's the comfort of being around someone who understands what losing feels like. Over the years, Moe has tried everything to escape his sadness, becoming a boxer, a poet, a lover, even getting plastic surgery. But every time, fate drags him back behind the bar, yet he never quits. Maybe that's the point. Moe Szyslak shows what it means when hopelessness meets determination, and both decide to stay. Then there's Barney Gumble, the tragic heart of Moe's Tavern. Once a bright student with a future, he lost himself to drink. His story is the story of Moe's itself, the dream of success ruined by habit. Every time he says, "Just one more, Moe," you know he's not chasing the beer. He's chasing escape, and Moe never judges him. Maybe because he understands. Moe's Tavern isn't about who you could have been. It's about who you are when you stop pretending. Even Lisa Simpson once saw hope in Moe. When he turned the bar into Moe's pet shop, she believed he could change, and for a moment he did. But like everything else in Springfield, it didn't last. The bar returned, the bottles came back, and life went on because Moe's Tavern isn't meant to be fixed. It's meant to exist. Every night when Homer, Barney, Lenny, and Carl raise their glasses, it's like watching the same scene play out again and again. But there's meaning in that loop. They may not grow, but they're not alone. And maybe that's Moe's real gift to Springfield. Not joy, not success, but company. So maybe Moe's Tavern isn't a failing business. Maybe it's Springfield's longest-running experiment in human endurance. It tests how much loneliness a person can take before finding comfort in another person's misery. And somehow, it works. The bar may be falling apart, but the spirit inside it never truly dies. The door stays open, the stools stay filled, and the beer keeps flowing. If you think about it, Moe's Tavern works like a pressure valve for the whole town. When Homer messes up at work, when Marge gets tired of him, or when Barney falls back into old habits, the bar becomes their safe space. It's where consequences stop for a while. Springfield might not have a working justice system, but it has Moe's, and somehow that's enough. Everyone walks in feeling defeated, drinks until their memories blur, and leaves just strong enough to face another ordinary day. Moe understands that better than anyone. He's no hero, but he knows what people need. A chair, a drink, and someone to listen to. For all his rude words, he's the most reliable listener in Springfield. He's been yelled at by Homer, tricked by Bart, ignored by women, and cheated by his suppliers. Yet, every morning he opens those doors like a man, hoping that today might finally be the day someone pays their bill. And sometimes life rewards him. In Moe Baby Blues, one of the few moments the town saw him as more than just a grumpy bartender, Moe accidentally saved Maggie Simpson's life and became her guardian angel for a short time. For once, he wasn't Moe the miserable, he was Moe the hero. The whole town smiled at him. But, like always, the good times didn't last. The tavern called him back. It's as if Springfield won't let him change too much. Moe is part of the town's heartbeat, an organ that can't be replaced, even if it's a bit broken. That's the thing about Moe's. Everyone in town has been there, even the ones who shouldn't. Marge has stormed in to drag Homer home. Lisa has shown up trying to help Moe see the good in himself. Even Bart, the same kid who prank called him, once admitted that Moe's heart, under all the dirt, isn't entirely cold. That's Springfield in a nutshell. No one's perfect. No one's completely bad. No one's flawed. And somehow they all end up at the same old bar. When you look closely, the tavern even mirrors Springfield's economy. It never really grows, but it never truly falls apart either. Moe runs the place on debt, bad luck, and quiet loyalty. The beer's flat, but it never stops pouring. The regulars complain, but they never leave. It's Springfield's version of business. Survive just enough to do it all again tomorrow. Even Mr. Burns, the richest man in town, once stopped by after being rejected by everyone else. For that moment, he sat beside Homer, equal under the same cheap beer. Moe's doesn't care how much money you have, only how much regret you can handle. Of course, no Springfield spot would be complete without a few explosions. Moe's has burnt down, been rebuilt and rebranded more times than anyone can count. From Moe's family feedback to Moe's Cavern, every makeover was Moe's attempt to escape his bad luck. But no matter what he paints on the sign, it always fades back to the same truth. This is where broken people belong, and somehow that's okay. The place has also been home to some of Springfield's wildest moments. Remember when Moe turned his bar into a secret speakeasy during Prohibition? He risked going to jail just to keep his customers happy, hiding barrels in the basement and whispering passwords through a peephole. In any other town, he'd been seen as a criminal. In Springfield, he was a legend. That strange sense of right and wrong is what keeps Moe's alive. Everyone knows it's not perfect, but everyone agrees it feels right. Then there's the emotional chaos that follows Moe outside the bar. He's fallen in love more times than Homer has lost his job, and it never ends well. There was Renee, the florist, who almost gave him a fresh start. Then there was Maya, the woman who truly loved him until his own insecurity ruined it. Every time the story ends the same way, Moe's sitting alone at the bar, talking to the mirror like it's his only friend. Maybe it is. The mirror listens better than his customers ever did. But if you look beyond the sadness, you'll find something real. Moe's Tavern is the only place in Springfield where people stop pretending. Nobody there is trying to impress anyone. They're not chasing fame or success. They're just existing. It's harsh, but it's honest. It's a town full of false images where TV clowns give life lessons and people sin right after church. Moe's feels strangely pure. Maybe that's why people love it. Even the jokes mean more than they seem. Barney's burps, Lenny and Carl's lazy conversations, and Homer's endless "just one more" all form a rhythm that's both funny and sad. You laugh, but you also recognize yourself in it. Everyone has their own version of Moe's Tavern, a place to hide from the world, repeat the same stories, and hope no one notices you're stuck in the same loop. And what about Moe himself? Underneath his bitterness, he's the show's hidden philosopher. His words may sound rough, but they carry truth. When he says things like, "I'm not a bad guy, I just have bad luck," it's funny because it's real. Moe is Springfield in one person. Unlucky, overlooked, but still trying. He never wins, but he never gives up. And maybe that's the message. In Springfield, survival itself is victory. What are your thoughts on Moe's Tavern? Could it be Springfield's most underrated social hub? Thanks for watching and supporting our channel. Click the next video on your screen to dive into another exciting Simpsons story.